Hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna continue on with the 2.4 quest, the Dreams of Ice. And I got a little unicult here, because I'm sure we're gonna meet Harshfont. The new company is here. It's you guys. You guys. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Got old convicts here. And you got a Lalafell who's in it for the money. The greater of our successes, the more our name will grow. The more our name grows, the greater the profits to be had. I can scarcely contain my anticipation for our first mission. The formation of the Crystal Braves has lifted everyone's spirits. My hopes are as high as the next man, but we'll not know what this company is truly made of till we face our first mission. This uniform rather suits me, would you not say? Or perhaps it is I that suits it. After all my transgressions, I am grateful indeed for this change to start anew. Buscaron, Laurentius shall do you proud. I'll hold you to it. You've brought in quite a few new recruits, haven't you? Your reputation extends far beyond Little Alamigo, it would seem, and deservedly so. Why, meeting you has given me something to strive for. Remember the name of Wilbert. I shall hone both body and mind, and do you and my fellow braves proud. Alphanos words were most heart-stirring, would you not agree? Truth be told, I worry what I can offer to such a lofty organization, but I will do all in my power to make my fellow braves proud. Come to mention it, the younglings seem to have run off somewhere. I do hope they're not up to any mischief. They're kids. They're always up to something. 'Tis always inspiring to speak with a person of vision. If there is aught I might do to be of service to this new company, you know where to find me. For the freedom of all, for the freedom of all, for the freedom of all. The first few times I said it, I must confess to feeling some embarrassment, but it's starting to grow on me. If you repeat it that many times, should. I'm studying Eorzean military drills in the hope that I might better understand this new organization. It's always good to learn. Oh gods, I thought I was finished with the roster, but I missed a name and had to start all over, as if I didn't have enough work to do already. A little thing. Anyone with a pair of eyes can see that Thancred is thoroughly besmitten with Higiri. Then again, subtlety has never been one of his strengths. Urianger has asked me to watch over the Doman women, that they do not come to any more suffering than they have already endured. Of course. Is there aught I might do to serve you? I stand ever at the ready for the freedom of all. You're conversing with this person. Sparring bouts to raise awareness of the Crystal Braves? Intriguing, though I cannot help but feel there are more pressing tasks at hand. Perhaps Tataru requires aid in compiling the company roster. Papalimo refuses to spar with me. He says he has more important matters to attend to, but I think he's just afraid to lose. Ever since Higiri started preparing our meals, I swear I've never felt better. They say Doman cuisine is highly nourishing, but I'd sooner attribute it to the loving care she puts into her culinary creations. They say the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and I'm not wont to disagree. As long as you remain pure with your intentions, Thancred. Mr. Thancred has taken quite a fancy to Doman cuisine. Several times a day he tells me that one of my dishes is the best he's ever tasted. His praise is most heartening, though. I cannot help but feel he has a want for exaggeration. Yeah, because he wants to get into your pants. Got the kids over here. What you be sneaking around doing? We hereby name Yozan commander of the Doman Braves. The Crystal Braves. Why, just saying the name makes me feel strong. I've been thinking of changing the name of our guild to the Doman Braves. How does that sound to you, Miss Bella? It's cute. Our Doman Adventurers Guild could use a new name. Say, do you have any ideas? Apparently it's going to be the Doman Braves. For the freedom of all. For the freedom of all. For the freedom of all. It just doesn't sound the same when I say it. So busy here. I hear a new company has been formed. I would be of service in whatever humble way I can. You're doing great. You're just working on a stabby stab. Every time I speak to Rial, I realize how much there is that I do not yet understand about the kobolds. I am fortunate indeed to count a former member of the Company of Heroes as a friend and confidant. Seeing this last sure brings back memories. I was just sharing a couple of juicy secrets with her. I think that's everyone. Except for Alfie. The Crystal Braves. 'Tis a most fitting name for a company of champions, summoned together by the Mother Crystal. Would you not agree? The blue of the uniform represents the crystal's light, pure and unadulterated, a beacon of hope. The crystal sword is the sign of those who would stand strong in the face of danger. Until the day that my Crystal Braves are a guiding light for all of Eorzea, I will not give up the fight. Trader in the Mist. Let me start getting armor here. Seems like nothing for me. So gold will be. Mephilia would have you assist Alphino in his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular, the stay of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Is that a man thing? I wonder. Not one to ask for help. Although I should be one to talk. I've been programmed. I'm stubborn myself. I'm getting better at asking for help when I need to. Alphino refused the Archon's help, but I believe that he would welcome yours. I should be most grateful if you would place yourself at his disposal. It's a good thing I talked to everyone. You're all in different places now. Jataru, what are you doing? You need some help?
Ah, from invoices to petitions to... It's a war, Bella. That desk is my front line, and I fear I have been overrun.
Aw. Need a little stepping stool. Let's go over here. Got the Domans. Many of my countrymen are skilled with bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the Braves' cause. I only hope we can be of some small assistance. In which event, we must guide them to Little Alamigo, else we condemn them to certain death. Hida, what did I just tell you?
Condemn refugees to death. Oh, wait a minute, that's not right.
What? Condemn refugees to death? Hida. Hida, clear your ears. Dispatch the first unit to Ul'dah. The second and fourth are to stand by the further orders.
In traditional Doman cuisine, we strive for a perfect balance, not only of flavor and texture, but also of nutrition. For a meal to be truly satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses.
Food talk. I love it.
Yes, 'twould be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. If Higiri and our more skilled culinarians worked closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes sure to satisfy Eorzean and Doman alike.
Thancred. I'm just taking in the view. A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom of peerless beauty in her own right. Ah, the blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. Yes. Where have those younglings disappeared to? Making the most of their newfound freedom, no doubt. They're not here no more. Those azure uniforms are really rather striking, but I think I shall remain a scion for the nonce. These walls have become my home, and the scions my family. Besides, I'm not sure blue is really my color. The green in my cassock brings out my eyes, just as Hori's breeches bring out the red in his. Look forward, never back. Devote yourself only to the present. This is what I've learned from the Domans. What is it, Bella? And do be concise. I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Eilbert. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Bella. I have given Captain Eilbert charge of the matter. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Bella. Alright.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
We must begin by apprising General Ravan of our findings. Pray meet me at the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Okay. Oh, what's this? It's a little fairy? A little flower fairy? It's interesting. She always here? Eileen... No. I remember her.
Ever a pleasure, my friend. Nary a day passes by that I do not hear of your valorous exploits.
How do you... Her name was weird to pronounce. Eileen Weil? I think that's how they pronounce it. Weil? It's weird. A weird pronunciation.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
They could be brothers.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Ha! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Hilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monitarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
They're gone. He seems so nice at first. I know the spoiler. Back and forth. Defense goes up. I'll get it, just in case. Alright, Ilbert is eager to continue his investigation into the Garlean spy known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levieux. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let's return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levieux. Okay. I just gotta check if they have new dialogue. Sometimes they do. Person's very green. No, Yashola's gone. Ingrid's gone. Just some people are missing. Anyway, Alfie! We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foreman with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. I'm begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives. Your time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing? But of course you are. Now, Aliane of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Aliane of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. You are the best chance we have of rescuing our comrade. I shall pray for your success. Okay. Yes, we gotta save Aliane. She's the good one. Ow. Hang in there, Rush. We'll free you yet. Rush? You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Guardians fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Rush and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Guardians may be interrogating Rush, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Rush before it is too late. Cheating. Huh. Where am I? Rush, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Rush cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Guardians will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Thank you. Let's get out of here. Rush cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out, and for that to work, we will require some manner of diversion. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Alright. I'll make a diversion at each position. Over here. Attack you. Gonna need some heals. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can do it on my own. That should be fine. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? A regen? Okay. Thank you. Wherever you are. It's like you're right there. Oh no. Am I stunned? What happened? There we go. Regens are so helpful. Overkill. I see you. I see you. I know. Who's like stunning me? These guys. Stuns. But we got it. We got it. Back over here. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to Commander Lavia. I shall go ahead to the Rising Stones. No. Hey! It's a sister. Aurora Stardust. There. Okay, everyone else is the same. It does me well to see you thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Bella. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Rush owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Bella, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Kurthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Oh yeah, I guess that's right. We get to meet Husbando. I'll take that. Is Gilbert here? No. Okay. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Shark fin soup. A massive fin of a megalodon boiled in a rich Far Eastern broth until soft and gelatinous. While not included in the soup, the remainder of the shark flesh is salted and dried until rock hard, then shaved into paper-thin slices which, when boiled in hot water, create a savory soup that is the base of countless other recipes. Okay, we'll get the gold for that. An influential Ishgardian wishes to meet the Warrior of Light, and Alphinaud would like nothing more than to oblige him. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Bella, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emmerich wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should be the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Kurthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. If my many adventures in diplomacy have taught me anything, it is the importance of humoring those who have something one wants. Not every victory is won on the battlefield, my friend. 'Tis a lot of legendary heroes to be paraded about from time to time. Great. Time to be used. I feel like from my own personal spiritual journey, from being the nice girl who was a pushover and being used and abused, I don't like this. I don't like being used like this. No. I should say man up. But woman up. Woman up. I can say no. I don't have to be at everyone's beck and call. My time is precious. But no. We'll do anything for Sir Emmerich. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador. By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphinaud believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Bella has explained the situation? She has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance, formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience, whom withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver Tear Skies. Since which time, their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. What have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so, rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past. This time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Bella. Our old friend Lord Haurchefant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Though I know but little of Sir Emmerich, I have faith that Elfino's efforts are about to bear fruit. Ah, they're back. Where'd you guys go off to? The key to successful negotiations is discerning the other party's motives, and the key to that is a comprehensive understanding of circumstances past and present. Ballads of bloody battles, valiant knights, heroic sacrifice, trite fare, but who am I to question the preferences of Ishgardian noblewomen? We cannot send this to Gridania. The figures are all wrong. And for the love of the 12, you misspelled the Elder Seer's name.
If you're going to be such a stickler for details, why not write it yourself?
Gotta love their dynamic. Tataru.
But if I were to become successful, the rewards would far exceed anything I could ever earn as a miner.
That's right. I think there were like side quests pulled out where she was like trying to find herself and explore different jobs, and one of them was like a mining.
The fortunes of a songstress rise and fall with the whims of the crowd. Earning the favor of a wealthy patron or two might ameliorate the risk. 'Tis true, but such relationships carry risks of their own.
We honed our skills in the fight to protect our country. Though our land may be lost, our people abide. We must unite against the Empire. Let them see that Doma is not so easily defeated. Doman's fighting alongside the Crystal Braves. I wager there will be no shortage of volunteers eager to exact vengeance on our common foe.
Their expertise in covert operations would serve them well in the battle against the Empire, it's true. And yet, I cannot help but shrink from this talk of more fighting.
Yeah, it's gotta be tough. It's like, if all you knew was fighting and then you come here for some respite, it's like trauma. Forgive me, but I cannot talk at the moment. I am in the midst of meditations to fortify my etheric flow. Meditation's very important. Lady Tutaru asked me to accompany her on her latest mining expedition. As a guard, you understand. But the moment she set eyes on that cobra, she ran back at full pelt. It was all I could do to keep up. Do I truly inspire so little confidence?
You can be a scary big guy too.
Anyone else over here? No. Alright. Off to Camp Dragonhead. Ah, Bella, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphino, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Harshaphant, forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied over much on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any doubts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Raton may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forgo such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendants. As inviting as your herd sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. You will find the entrance to the intercessory outside. It's just around the corner to the right. Speak with the guard stationed there when you are ready to begin the meeting. I see no reason to keep Sir Emmerich waiting, do you? Let us proceed to the intercessory. Yes. Yes, we shall. We have been expecting you, madam. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. Yes.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to
I'm
meet
Emeric,
you.
Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
I love your voice.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
Can I have a warm cup of hot cocoa?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal Menace. The Beast Tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emeric, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona. whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Okay, gold. It kicked me out? The Intercession of Saints. Recent developments have given Elfenau much to consider. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan I spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should thank the gods for conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned. I am come to hear Lord Haurchefant speak, not you. Well, she's very brisk. We must needs find the heretics, and... No, it will avail us not to rush. Let us hear what Lord Haurchefant has to say first. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll, as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Haurchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Bella. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. My men are conducting their own investigation at present. Follow the road south towards Mordona, and you shall find them in the wagon in due time. I shall remain in Camp Dragonhead for now. Should you learn aught of interest, pray return at once. It takes but one pair of loose lips. We're heading this way? I just think these maps are so pretty. Again, I would not want to live in a place where it snows anymore, but it's nice to look at. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Eh? Lord Hashafant bid you speak with us? Then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left an area crate behind. Tipped a wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. Ah, but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Sorry, Scion, but if it's answers you want, I've got none for you. Let's go and see what that squire lad up at the observatorium remembers, if he's fit to speak. He was sifting through the broken crates. They up here. Aha. You come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Isar's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. To hear them speak, they truly believe that they can resurrect Shiva, but that can't be possible, can it? It can't. Shiva. I'm not too far. I'll just fly. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostle who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Harshfont, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe with a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Harshfont, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern. Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Ravenet's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of the summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Let's take that. Heretics, Javanians, old familiar enemies. This is something beyond all imagination. Strength and unity. Woe betide the heretic who crosses Alphino Levier, for they shall feel the full force of his fury. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Manphilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Bella, pray join me in Whitebrim Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Dromond should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good. Okay. So off to Whitebrim Front. I think what I plan to do with main story dungeons, I'll just use an NPC party to go in. But any of the trials is what I would need help with for main story. Commander Leviere's assessment is most troubling. If he is correct, Iceheart now poses a threat to Ishgard at large. By what means do these heretics travel so quickly? We must know, or our every attempt to apprehend them will be doomed to fail. Just so you know, my men have already started to arrive. Captain Ilbert always keeps a few braves at the ready in case of emergencies. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. Are we all ears, Lord Jomont? A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that self-same frozen wall which was speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. 'Twould be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such is my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretics' lair. Mayhap Lord Jomont has one in mind. How can they survive in, like, an igloo here? I don't understand. Why would anyone choose to do so? Yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. The Guardians love their blues, don't they? And you got Sir Emmerich here. I love his sword. Look at his sword. Hi. Don't. Hi. Hi. You're so tall. You're so handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome. A girl's dream. I think we can all agree that a formidable foe demands a calculated response. Some still think these heretics do not pose a great threat. The slain House Breton knights would surely beg to differ. It would be foolish to dismiss alternative approaches when contented with such clever foes. Dark words, dark deeds. Bacon bread. Oh my god, that sounds delicious. Soft dough mixed with thick sliced bacon and twisted into a pattern resembling a sheaf of wheat. Ugh. I'm hungry. Only the naive place all of their hope in the success of a single solution, and Lord Jomont is anything but. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to have certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the selfsame result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone on Whitebrim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jean Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. If the suspect shows himself to be a heretic, we will deal with him accordingly. For now, we shall merely observe, and may have profit from his treachery.
Is there anything else?
The Third and the Temple Knights have begun their search. All that remains is to wait. Sending his forces to wipe in front prior to his own arrival. Your commander is certainly decisive. See how the skies darken? Even the weather is against us.
Wow. Wow. Look at that dress. And those wings.
Alright, where am I going? Over here? Aha. I'm to look out. I think I stick out a little bit here. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate. Can I talk to him? Accused knight? Best take care when traveling these roads. Wild beasts and worse are wont to lurk by the wayside. He suspects nothing. Suspected heretic follows the road east. Oh, hey, we just happened to meet each other again. Are you looking for a warm hearth, friend? Wyvern Front isn't far from here. If I were you, I would... I'm sorry, have we met before? You seem familiar somehow. No? My mistake. Oh, this is funny.
It's like, how can you not recognize me? I'm pink and purple with wings. And has dragon wings to boot.
Suspected heretic heads south. That would be funny in my imagination, like if you actually did like change outfits just to role play along. It just makes me think of One Piece with the Davy back fights with the foxy guy there, the foxy pirate. He wears like these outrageous headpieces as costumes to fool Luffy. It's the same situation here. That's my headcanon. Where is he? He's nowhere to be found. Okay. Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blubbering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall. Why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice or they'll hear us in Whiteburn Front. Yes, of course. And Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about... Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels... dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless... if you waste my time again, is that clear?
Suspicious activity is afoot. It's a flying nimbus.
Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have that man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet, the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation, and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. I'll do that one.
I gotta check. What's my food? It's been a while since I ate. Let's see, can I use this? Dance gear unequivocable. Oh. It's bacon bread. Let me eat some of this older stuff. I got... Oh, this is a meal. A boiled egg. Or raisins. Stewed raisins. Dried lowland grapes sweetened in the sun. Gotta remind myself to eat. I gotta look. Isn't there like a recipe? Like a book of Final Fantasy XIV recipes? I'd love to look into that. I like to cook. Nothing too fancy, but fancy enough. First Blood. The allied forces at Snowcloak are in danger, and Lord Jomont would have you assist him in ensuring their safety.
We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If alone is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Bella. The lives of our allies are at stake. I implore you, Bella, make haste to Boulder Downs. Rendezvous with my knights and lay low every last heretic you find. Every moment spent dawdling is a gift to our enemies, another chance for them to slink into their accursed tunnels and appear at our allies' backs.
no. Maybe dead. Where's the exit? So I unlocked Tracking the Cabal. The Red Mage job quest. I'll see when a good time to do that will be. My knight sent no word of your coming, Bella. What has happened? What is that in your hand? Brittle parchment, discovered on the body of a slain heretic. This yellowing document is covered in a complex code of seemingly random letters and numbers. By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered, and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Icehide prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardmen's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Derrinder must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. The Path of Righteousness. Lord Dremont recognizes that the situation in Snowcloak is coming to a head and that decisive action must be taken. Time is of the essence, Bella. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn, but all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be time to warn them.
make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. Sir Emmerich must know of the heretics' plans. Hurry, Bella, before it is too late.
Okay. Off to warn Husbando. Although, honestly, I do ship the Warrior of Light, if she's female, with someone else. It's like, Emmerich is great for a stay-at-home husband. But in the grand scheme of things, to have like an actual partnership, it's someone else. But he will forever be Husbando whenever he's around. No? Just you over here? Hase. God's bless whoever designed this uniform. I would have frozen to death by now if it weren't for this great coat.
Sir Emmerich, he is over there. Have words with the man if you must. We shall speak anon.
Yes, a stay-at-home husband and a wandering husband to go on adventures with.
How could any man hope to tunnel through ice this thick? It would be the work of years. We are at a disadvantage here. We should linger no longer than necessary.
Alright, before I talk to Husbando, I'm gonna be right back. I saw you drop in to say hi. Trying to be sneaky. No, it's fun.
Bella, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander Levio been informed? The Braves must be made aware. If Helon is kind, we may chance to espy our foes in the act of emerging from their tunnels. It would be most useful to know where they lead. It must be here. I am certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it. This is all wrong. Isard has us scrambling to save our own skins when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is. Come here, girl.
That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they?
Only my pride, Ida. They mistook him for Alize? There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome.
Commander Levier. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha, just as I suspected. Amongst this warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Some of the others. We're going in. A moment, Alvino. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we enter the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Ahem. A change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sarah Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever that tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papalymo will sulk. We will hold the line, Bella. You must concentrate on the task at hand. You see anything else? Still worshipping the coat. We are at a disadvantage here. We should linger no longer than necessary. I am informed that Commander Levieux has asked you to lead a party down one of the tunnels, a characteristically daring proposition. Yet I can think of no one better qualified for the task. I bid you good fortune. The entrance to the tunnel, madam. It's just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. Alright. Let me just, read the duty here first. So it's, dungeons. Snowcloak. Formed in the aftermath of the calamity, the Great Ice Wall has long been thought an impenetrable barrier between central and western Kurthus. In truth, however, the wall is riddled with hidden tunnels, which Iceheart and her followers have used as a base of operations. You have been tasked with exploring one such tunnel in the hopes that it will lead you to the heretics' leader. Yet what dangers await are anyone's guess. Yes, let's go with NPCs. Those crystals. Those ice crystals. Music seems so pretty here. It doesn't seem like it quite matches. Alright. Let's go. These little lights. Oh wait, I didn't look back. Ah, let's see. Love the music here. It is very pretty. It's like a dream. What's he saying? It's breathtaking. This is no time for sightseeing, my friend.
It's falling. Ah, and it's gonna explode. Ah. Springins. The heretics make camp here. It's like a dilapidated camp. A polar bear! Got a tiny key. Well, this part is nice. Like a little choir going. Wandil? What's this? Wait, Snowdrift? Ah, it's that one.
Yay, we did it. Balls, buddy, balls, all that ice. I feared I'd slip and break my neck. Yeah, that would be a concern.
I like the dialogue that they have.
It's hiding in a snowball.
So you have to be fast here. You're like in the danger zone. Come over here. Yeah, I'm in the danger zone. Why are you guys standing in the danger zone? Very good. Got the second patch. Run! I didn't even catch up with the dialogue here. Where did it even come from? Could we just jump out of a snowball? Why must the heretics reside in such a bitter dim climes? I agree. Good job. Come here. Why are you standing in the bitter cold here? Why am I? Is this too many? This might be too many. You're doing good? You're doing good. Good? We're good. Good job. There's nothing else over here. The Yeti. Be mindful of its arms. What are we supposed to do? Get behind one of these? Woo! Anda. Alright, so I have to be behind one of these. Oh no, we're over here. Okay. That's what's nice. You can just follow the NPCs. Be by the conjure. Got it. Snowball fight is not what I was expecting. But nevertheless, we were victorious. No, coffer. I already have one. Fine. Is there anything else to look at over here? It's a bit too cloudy. Can't see. Cavern. Good. Anna!
friend. Hybrid Gator. A Snowcloak. We're going this way. Is there anything else to look at over here? I don't think so. Turn into dragon. Got it. There's a place over here. What are they getting off? It's like a screech. Finger of the apostate. Oh. Ew. What, you need to have a fingerprint activation to open the door? Get puppy! Fenrir. I think that's from Norse tradition. Legendary. My, what a terrible fangs. And a legendary horror-bound. This is not a foe to be trifled with. Alright, so you go behind one. Oh no! I got frozen, wasn't fast enough. At least I'm a pretty statue. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I got frozen again. I'm not doing a great job. I'm not fast enough. Gotta get behind this one. Aha, that time I was fast enough. No, what are you doing? I'm curious. Oh, it's a target. Ah. We got it! Pull up a bay. Well, job. Well, good job. I like his outfit. So they all got new outfits. Oh, there's the ice aetherite.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
She's awfully pale. Even knowing what to look for, it's easy to miss, and the covering of ice doesn't take long to reform either. How many more tunnels like this might there be in Snowcloak? Come to think of it, how many might there be throughout Kurthus? Though I did not doubt that you would return, I am nonetheless relieved to see my judgment validated. 'Tis a blessing you are still with us. Commander Levieux took to pacing in your absence.
Ah, he's worried about his adopted mom. I love you too. Is it finished? Does that mean we can leave this godforsaken place? I can't feel my... forgive me. I should not keep you from Commander Levieux.
That took longer than I expected. What news, Bella? So Iceheart is but a pseudonym, not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share their credit for it too. Shall be praised, Bella. We may yet turn this situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Sheba, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle, and Philly and Urianger have been busy pursuing the archives of House Raton, gathering what information they can on Sheba. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Ugh. You say anything else before I go to next quest? Harry, the enemy, when he is entrenched, retreat from his advance and attack his flanks when he withdraws. Iceheart is no fool. The network of tunnels throughout Snowcloak is extensive. A full survey will take time. It's not a matter of training your eyes, I fear. Without foreknowledge or serendipity, we will never find every tunnel. The very land conspires against us, the broken ice ever reforming to conceal the entrances.
This is no place for a son of sand, I tell you. If a merchant offered me wolves at a premium, I would be fair tempted.
For the greater good. Though not given to small talk, Alphino can think of no better way to pass the time until Minfilia arrives.
Oh, look at her coat.
Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Raton. I trust your time there proved fruitful.
Would that it had. Urianger and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Raton. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not?
Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good.
I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with her methods.
I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Helon that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and Scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of God.
Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mogulmag XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughals' Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the aetherite Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another aetherite somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second aetherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into our aetherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly, despite our numbers. Kurthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leaders' whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware. Good. I knew you would understand. Yu Hase can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. There you are, Bella. Commander Levieux instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the Third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand. Nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Okay. Danafin Pass. This way. There's someone. Oh, those balls. My ankle's on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead through Danafin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Go on without me, Scion. I'm in no condition to run. Just follow the fresh tracks. How can anyone run in this blasted snow without knowing what's underneath? So this way. There's the big Cyclops guy. Tracks lead southeast. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics. I'm not sure. There was a great scaled beast and Yahase? I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so you did too. I just need a moment to catch my breath. Just a moment, madam. I'll be right behind you. Oh. How dare you stun me. Trying to get this one over here. Got it. There. Thanks for the heals. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice that they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? It can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Quickly, Bella, quickly. I will inform Captain Ilbert of the heretics' plans, but you must make sure that they do not escape before reinforcements arrive. I like how you're playing, Taya. It's like Find Waldo. See glimpses. Oh, outside. Well, I wanted to be inside too. What's going on here? I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with her then, if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland, sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yigiri! Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Visitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Fancy meeting you here, Bella. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? Oh, didn't you ask to meet here? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Elfino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for the spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Giri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. Hey, it's like Taya. Always watching. A comforting thought. Come, Bella, let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Are you Lady Yugiri in disguise? That's the headcanon, isn't it? Lil B. Yes, always watching. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Alright, well there you have it. So we got halfway through the
2.4. And we got the dungeon done. And then I think Shiva will be coming up next, so I will need help with that one. Yes. Alright, give a like and subscribe to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!